What up, everybody? To Reserve Podcast. Steve and Matt coming back at you.
What up?
I'm a little bit tired today, but we said we'd check in with you guys every, week or so. So here we are. We didn't want to miss another week. Just busy since last week. Maintaining.
Busy,
Um,
man. Busy, man. I've been slaving. I've been slaving on this computer, man. I've been learning a lot of shit. Um,
yeah, that's
so
good.
it's kind of like, when you're asphyxiated with something, you're just like, this is the only thing I'm
Yeah,
doing the whole day.
yeah.
Like it kind of like sometimes like, you have a routine, but for some reason this thing has been like,
It's
boom,
like
this is what I'm
overtakes it.
doing. Yeah, it overtakes everything. But
When you're focused on something, yeah, you you have to give it all that energy while you can, because something else might distract you. So it's like I feel the same way. I've been doing a lot of things. I've been designing and screen printing and dyeing garments and just trying to think of a lot of things. I have a lot of ideas, so I'm really just trying to put them out there in different forms. I think that helps me get through the times. I feel like I'm being I am being productive, and it gets me through the times, and it's a lot of things, man, and it's good for you. I mean, it's good for me, you know. Um, just learning the new things, learning new skills. Like before, just a few months ago, I wasn't doing any of these things. You know what I mean? Like literally, I was not spending an ounce of energy on any of these things that I am doing now. And I just decided to like redirect my focus instead of like trying to get back plugged back into the matrix, the corporate jobs, and just invest a little bit in myself, learn new skills. That way, another pandemic hits, at least you'll know how to do things, be practical, use your hands, use your brain, use your creativity, because they can't take that away from you. No one can take that away from you. Not a position, not a job, not a manager, not a boss. But you got to apply yourself. That's one thing my teachers always told me in school, all throughout my school career. I was never a good student, but all of my teachers, since I was a little kid, used to tell me, Mark is a bright student, but he doesn't apply himself. Like he doesn't, which is true. Like when I look back, and I was a little delinquent. I was like, I was not in school. I didn't have a really good school experience. I didn't participate in so many things. I was hardly in school. And when I look back, I wish I could have did it all over, because realized how important like learning and doing things and new things is. And in late into my early 30s, I'm like still learning new things. And I think we're always going to learn new things, but now during this pandemic more than ever. And it feels good, but it feels like in a way like you're stretching yourself, because you're reaching almost, because it's like you're doing things that you never done, so you're trying to learn them. You're trying to like, hey, you're trying to like expand yourself. You have to, and that can be a little bit tiring, but go at your own pace, then you know you could fucking
get
do
you.
anything,
Yeah. Um, just to backtrack where you're talking about like school and stuff, like being like a good student. I don't know, I was like when I was growing up, like I was like majority A B student. But it wasn't like I don't know, it's like I just followed the rules right? But like some subjects and some stuff, I didn't absorb anything. I was just sitting there and be like, okay, no, write it down, and then just write it on a piece of paper again, and like you get it
All right,
right
yeah, yeah,
and you get
yeah,
an A, whatever. Like it didn't like
yeah,
absorb in my brain. I didn't like learn anything from it, even though like they
yeah.
taught us stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, no, for sure. Because I don't remember like the geometry or the trigonometry or whatever like they taught us. Like half that shit, like you take it in, and then you regurgitate it for the tests and the quizzes.
'Cause-
But
yeah, because you can memorize it, but then you don't know anything from it. That's
yeah,
sometimes what I got from
exactly.
some classes. Even in college, when I went to college, I was like, because in college is like, kids are and students, whatever, they're a little bit more rebellious. They're like, man, I don't
Yeah.
really got to be sitting here at 8 a.m. listening to this motherfucker when I could go fucking party and do
Yeah, you
shit.
could like stay out all night or not even just want to go to class. Like, but that's on you. You're paying for that shit, but or unless you got a full ride tuition, but still, even then, you got to keep up your grades. And it does get like you have to be more disciplined. Like I was an even worse student in college. Like, man, I don't know. Like, I think just the way that I grew up, not too much supervision. No one was really on me about, you know, where I was at. So I was always doing my own thing. But it's never too late to learn. It's never too late to know better. It's never too late to expand and, like just like last week, push past discomfort, learn something new, break out of the old mold of who you were, evolve, progress. That's what life is about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you can make it whatever you want it to be about. But if this is a fucking straight shot, one ride only, you might as well fucking grow, learn some shit. There's a lot of things to fucking do out here on Earth in this lifetime. So it's like fuck. While we're breathing, while we got the energy, I also want to talk about the creative process. Because it's like they say, when you're in a creative space, you're in a stable space or a stable mental space. You're in a happy place because you can't really be creative when you're stressing all the time. You can't really be creative when you're living in fear and limitation. That stunts your creativity. So to get to a place of creativity to where you want to make things, you want to produce things, and you want to be imaginative, you have to be you have to have healthy emotional and mental state. And right now, that's kind of hard for a lot of people. It's a lot. People are on edge. People are unsure. People are insecure, and it's hard. And I understand that. But shout out to everyone that's holding it together. You don't have to do all this. You know what I'm saying? Just holding yourself together right now during these times is can be a lot.
There's a lot of
But if you are
factors.
creating something, if you are doing something, yeah, if you are
Yeah,
creating something, if you are doing something, more power to you, and
I
hopefully
think
it helps everybody during these times.
the most difficult part is like being like wanting to do something. It's like not being forced to do it. Like, oh, I gotta like, oh, get this
Yeah.
thing so I could get this job right now or whatever. It's like finding that motivation to like, okay, I want to do that because it's cool, it's fun, whatever. I enjoy it. I want to enjoy doing these
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And for the majority of us,
Right. Because
um, for people who are unemployed, we have a lot of time to like find out and want to do things. If you want to just not, if you want to go, travel, do whatever, plan it, plan it up because this shit
yeah.
will eventually be over. You just gotta figure it out and shit. What were you saying?
Yeah, it's like you said, we have a lot of time when we do have a lot of time, but then there are people out there who don't have a lot of time. They can't just be sitting around bullshit. They got bills to pay. Some people are like the unemployment's not cutting it, or they don't, or just, they're not even getting unemployment. So it's like they got no time, so they got to find a job, or they got to find a way to make some money to pay the bills. And if you're not in that situation that bad, or whatever your situation is, and I don't know, man. Like I've talked to a lot of people, or a handful of people, and people who worked out here in the strip in Las Vegas and been in the industry, and they're out here in the job force and the job field looking for jobs, and it's looking scarce out there from what I'm hearing. There's not that much business. That's just the reality um, right now because of the pandemic, because of COVID. But and that's why we were talking about earlier, like, why not use whatever time you have to invest in yourself, to learn new things, to create better habits? Because we're just going to go back into the matrix, plug back into the corporate industry after all this anyway. Most of us are, because we got bills to pay. But if you can break free from that and be more self-sufficient in your own ways, I think that'll just be more beneficial. And we're starting to see it. We're starting to see it with a lot of people. A lot of people are starting their small businesses. I feel like that's where the economy is going right now. It's just going to be a lot more smaller businesses, smaller services, more so than the bigger corporations. Because we haven't even seen the dust settle on this COVID thing. So many businesses are closing, so many big corporations are closing, and the rise out of this is a lot of small businesses. Like, I got some family. They started a Filipino food rice bowl. Just making it at the crib and serving it up and packaged well, and everything looks great. And they're doing their thing. You know what I mean? Due to social media, you can connect with the whole community. So big up to them. Kala Las Vegas. Everybody go follow them.
Spell that out.
Kala Las Vegas on Instagram. Kala Las Vegas. I think it's Kala _ Las Vegas. It's some good shit. But like, I'm more part of everyone that's trying to do their own thing and invest in themselves and their own dreams and their own visions versus than not having to, you know, go clock in for the man. You know what I mean? If you don't have to.
Right. I guess since we're on this topic, I want to share something with you and then everybody that's watching. So, recently, a couple days ago, there was this podcast that I follow. It's called Flagrant 2. It's with this comedian named Andrew Schultz. So he posts on his Instagram. He's like, I'm looking for he said it straight up. He said, I want a multimedia maven. I want a guy that, Photoshop, edit, et cetera, et cetera. So he said, submit a 1 minute video and DM to him, right? So I just finished the video. I'm going to send it tomorrow. So pretty much it's where it's like a competition and everybody and whatever they like there, you get to work for them. But
That's dope.
I've been really enjoying editing videos a lot. I've been learning more about like Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Premiere. So I just wanted to show you. So he wanted a 1 minute clip, and he said that got to use his previous podcast to make a 1 minute clip. So this is what it is. So I'm going to share it.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? Ah,
Okay. So that's what I'm going to submit um,
that's funny.
to them. And uh, I'm not necessarily like, if I win or whatever, I'd be stoked. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
that means I get to
Shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
expand my knowledge. But just from me doing that 1 minute video, I learned like fucking 20 things already, new things
Yeah.
that we could be
Right.
applied, and especially to our podcast too. So you guys are gonna see some good like stuff getting cleaned up a little bit, a little nicer, a little tighter.
That's dope. Hey, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, right? Like, is it's only gonna get better. The more you do something, you're naturally gonna get better at it. It's just the way it is. It's nature. It's natural. Um, so if the only thing you have in your mind is shit, I'm just gonna keep doing this day after day for years to come. Before you know it, those years to come will fly by and you're just gonna be great at that thing. You know what I'm saying? If you just keep doing it. So that's where my mindset is at is every day, man. Grinding. You know what I mean? Shit. Why fucking not? What else are we gonna do, man? Huh? We're gonna go plug back into the Matrix, bro. We're gonna go make Steve Wynn rich. Or are we just gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna do our own thing, man. I'm trying to do my own thing, man. Shout out to everybody that's doing their own fucking thing, being individuals, being independent, man. I big up on all that shit. I'm supporting all that shit for everybody. I was at a market in the alley today, downtown, and it was just like, you know, anyone who doesn't know what market in the alley it is, it's a little like outdoor market downtown Las Vegas, by the Ferguson's Motel, and it's just a bunch of artists selling their stuff. And my girl went to go pick up like some crystals and whatnot, and my daughter got a free bracelet, like a rose quartz bracelet. Like it's dope. You know what I mean? And it's just the people, man. People making things, people selling things, people supporting each other. It ain't come down from no, warehouse from wherever. It was just made from the people, by the people, for the people. And right now, that's what we need more of, is us supporting each other and helping each other, because they're trying to. I'm not trying to get all conspiratorial out there, but everything that you see out there is trying to pull us apart. It's trying to divide us. It's trying to put us into teams, into categories, put us against each other, keep us separate with masks 6 feet apart. That's just what's really going on out here. Scared of each other, you know. Um, and I think podcasts, art, whatever, supporting small businesses, man, that shit is. We need more of that. We just need
Mhm.
more of that, or else
Everything.
we're gonna become cyborgs in 15, 20 years. That's just the route we're going on, man. We're gonna
Yeah.
become cyborgs.
Buy people's art,
Just not
buy
even serving
people's
each other,
music.
serving AI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
That's
it's
what that's what's gonna happen to us.
yeah, it's weird times, and I don't know how these world leaders of ours is gonna help fix that, So, because it shit,
I don't think that's in their plans to fix that, bro. Like
yeah, they
that's
ain't fixing
listen.
shit.
Oh, you know what? I was listening to that. You got to think about this, right? It's like let's say you were a trillionaire, right? And you were like a part of the small class of people that are trillionaires, but you have a big family though. A lot of those, they're saying a lot of these people at these highest status, these high tiers of just wealth and power, they want things to be a certain way. You know what I mean? They don't want. So if one of their agendas is depopulation, because they don't want that much people on Earth or whatever, that's some conspiratorial shit. But if you were a trillionaire and you didn't look at other people as equal to you, then I don't see though that kind of train of thought being
So
so far off.
you're
You know,
saying that the wealthy participates in the dark arts.
man, you'd be surprised. Listen, the
And
poor people participate in the dark arts. You think the rich people don't, bro? They probably
right.
doing it on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And we're talking about dark
you know what
arts
I
as
mean?
in stuff that should not be spoken of.
Yeah. Shout out Theo Von.
Yeah.
But the dark arts, you know what I mean? Like there's like we talked about last time. I'm pretty sure we talked about it last time. There's good and there's evil in this world, man. You can't deny it. I mean, I think this year has showed us enough with all of these pedophilia rings and all this Me Too or what, all this stuff that's been coming up to light that's been around forever, but now people are paying attention. Like there is real evil out there. So you can't just be walking around like, oh, these all the rich people in the world they must be happy and they must be loving and wholesome because nah, man, there's some evil, powerful people out there. But that f all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying. I'm just saying. How do I even get on that topic? I don't even know. I don't
Anyways,
even know how we got there. But I'm just saying.
yeah. If you guys are listening to us, people of the dark arts, spare us.
Hey, yeah,
We're
have
just simple
mercy on
folk.
us.
We're
Spare
simple
us.
folk. So
Yeah, we're simple folk, man. We know you probably won't even hear us, man. Like, you know what I mean? We're not Joe Rogan or anything, you know what I mean? And
because
even
they're listening
he
to
talks about
yeah,
shit like that. So,
yeah, for sure.
but I'm just saying, man, like, there's people out there that don't have our best interest at heart, the people. Like there's other people out there that probably don't have the best in our best interest at heart, and they're trying to tear us apart, bars. But that's why we gotta come together. We have to like be conscious enough to like, support each other and um just, be human, man, and just like come together, man. Like, I don't know. It's it's weird out here, but you know what? I'm not even focused on all that because like I hardly even go outside. I'm a hermit nowadays, and when I do go outside, it's all love and peace. I don't see no shit, man. I'm on that wave right now. But anyway, what else is going on in the world? Yo, I just found out Mac Miller is releasing a limited edition double disc vinyls box set of circles and swimming, because I think it's called Swimming in Circles, and that's coming out. That's gonna be shipped out in December. I want that shit, That shit fire. But I just found out that he recorded circles and swimming in my hometown, or where I'm from, on Oahu in Hawaii. So that's dope. And I think he's releasing some footage. He released like some teasers of like him just all over the island recording those albums. And that's why I fucking love those albums so much, bro. He was on that vibe,
Yeah, he's
man.
vibing.
He was showing video and he was like, yeah, I'm on Oahu right now, just away from the bullshit. And he like rented a house with a pool and he was just like going jet skiing and making music. And he was just like living life out there where I'm from, man. And that was lovely to see. I never knew that until like recently. And I definitely want to get that box set, man. Mac Miller, man. One of the best to do it, in my opinion.
Isn't it crazy
Just, I
that
don't know, man.
he passed when he was
Crazy artist.
26 years old, and like he's done a lot. Like for like a lot of
Yeah,
music,
a lot of these
like
artists,
he
like,
he
think about it,
created a
like Pac
lot
and
of
Big.
fucking music, and like I was like, damn,
Yeah, he did. But he's been working since he was a teenager, though.
right?
You know what I mean? And that's all
Yeah,
he really like. He just made music day in, day out, and that's what he was about. Because and I read a quote that says something like, or somebody said something like, I don't even know who said it, but like it said something like, oh, if you once you fulfill your destiny here, that's when you're taken from Earth. That's when your life ends. Which I don't know if I completely agree with that, because it's like, people, and some people seem like they have so much more to do. Like Kobe, man. Kobe was just like, it seemed like he could have done so much more. Nipsey Hussle, I feel like he died last year, and he would have said so much this year. These people would have said so much. Chadwick Boseman, you know what I mean? Like they could have still been here giving us light and love and bringing more art and for us, and they're not. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is,
yeah.
like,
Everybody takes everything
for
for
all that.
granted, for sure, and like when these people are gone, like they're gone, and then like you miss them and stuff, like people
Yeah.
like freaking who just passed, Eddie Van Halen,
Van Halen. Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah. Legend.
and people are just like, yeah, man, like people are just we're in this weird time frame, like our age, like we're just gonna see a lot of people just go away, and just that's his life, that's
Isn't
real.
that crazy, man?
A lot of like
Isn't that
prolific
crazy though?
people.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, it's crazy because it's like, yo, like that's what life is about, though, man. We here now and we not, but that's why we gotta wake each other up, because it's like, yo, we're here and then we're not, bro. Like this is all temporary, bro. Motherfuckers you can't wake up and pretend like this is gonna last forever. So you motherfucker get your head straight, find out what you really want to do, because we're gonna live if we're healthy, we're gonna live 70 some odd years. S- You know, you know, that's not that long, bro. But I'm glad I'm thinking about this, in my 30s. Some people I think, there's some like bright children or youth out there who are thinking about that kind of stuff now. But I wasn't thinking about this in my 20s. I was just living whatever. I was just doing whatever, not even thinking about the next week, not even thinking about the next day. just living in the moment all the time, and day by day. And as I'm getting older, I'm like, okay, what am I really like? I'm trying to be more calculated, because I'm like, I don't want to waste energy. I don't want to like if it's not aligned, if something's not aligned with what I'm really trying to do and who it's for, then I'm not really gonna do it. I'm not gonna expend energy on it. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That's just the wave that I'm on right now. It all depends. It's all circumstantial, like whatever the situation, who it's for, what it's for. But I think about these things. I don't just say yes to everything. I don't just be like, yeah, you invite me, I'll go. I don't say, yes to everything because I'm on a mission right now. Like, I'm on a mission if I can make some shit happen for myself. So it's like if it don't if whatever is happening don't align with that, unless it's an occasion and I feel like taking a break, then I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. But that's just where I'm at in my life right now. And everyone is different. Everyone is on their own path. That's also what I'm realizing is everyone is on their own path. So it's like I can't tell you or someone else to be like, this is what I'm doing, so this is what you should do too, because everyone is on their own shit, you know? If you're listening and you're like getting some insight and some perspective and you're like, oh, okay, like I see how he's moving and it helps you, then great. But if it doesn't, that's also great. Like it's not, I'm not over here. I hate to come off so preachy because I don't want to preach. I want to help. That's my main intention is because I know what it's like. I've been down and out and lost and no direction and no ambition and all of that shit. I've been like that a lot of my life. So it's like now I'm like I want to share some things that I'm talking about, thinking about, and then I'm doing. And really, I'm living a righteous path, man. Right now in my life,
Yeah, it's good to
more so than ever, to be
mhm.
honest.
Yeah, good to give your insight and
So
just share with people because I think everybody should share. They should make their own
yeah,
podcast too. Everybody should do that too because I would love to hear it.
right. Yeah,
So
exactly. And I love hearing people's like podcasts and their train of thoughts and their how they think because it's like we're all alike, man. We're more alike than we are different. So it's like if you know yourself, then you know other people because we all feel the same things most of the time. And so it's like if you better yourself, I think we talked about this last podcast. If you elevate yourself, you automatically help elevate others because it's just the fucking way it is, man. We're all one. So it's like that's just what it is, man. You up yourself, you help elevate others, man, and so on and so forth, until we perish and turn back to earth. You know what I'm saying?
for sure, preach on that stamp of approval. Um, Man, yeah. So this past couple of days, I just been slaving on the computer, and that's what I've been doing, just just to do all that shit. I did catch. You mentioned Kobe earlier. I watched the last NBA Finals game. The
Yeah,
Heat versus the Lakers. The Lakers
that
blew
was a
it,
crazy game, game five,
dude.
man.
It was like
Yeah, I wanted
anxiety,
Lakers
dude,
to win that shit,
with the
bro.
Mamba
Yeah,
jerseys
I had
and
anxiety the whole
everything.
game.
And I was like, but
Oh,
props
I was
out to the
waiting for them to
Heat.
close it out.
Yeah, props out
They
to the Heat.
do.
They
They
played
played their asses off, dude. They deserved that win, bro.
all
It
their
wasn't even a
energy.
steal. I was like, yeah, yeah, like what's dude shooting all the 3 pointers and Jimmy Butler was balling his ass off too. But
Yeah,
yo,
it's
Lakers in
kind of like I
six though.
wanted, like Lakers in 4, Lakers in 5, Lakers in
Yo,
6, Lakers in 7.
if he come back and win the next game, Lakers are in trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They can't let the Heat win the next game.
Like I want the Lakers to win so they could just dedicate it to Kobe and stuff.
Yeah,
But dude, I'd love an underdog story, man. Underdogs, man. Like nobody would
yeah.
really talk about the Heat. Like
I do love an underdog story, but I don't
so,
like the underdog story this time. I want the fairy tale ending with the Lakers winning the championship for Kobe and Gigi. And that's what I want, man. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I'm just gonna put it how it is. I feel like that's how it should be. The fairy tale ending this time. I love the underdog most of the time. 90% of the time, I like the underdog. But for right now, I'm like, this is. I feel like I envision it, and that's the way. And then LeBron crying at the
Yeah.
ceremony. You know, everyone's gonna be crying, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna
Yeah.
be crying, bro.
Yeah, I
Because this is
just
bigger
think
than basketball, bro. This is like,
yeah, this is I don't know.
yeah.
It's
But I did
it's
see
something
someone say
special.
a plot twist. I did see a plot twist though that Miami come back and win the championship and dedicate it to Kobe. Miami doing it.
They would probably
That
do it.
shit.
They would probably do it
They would
100%.
though. Probably would.
Yeah. They'll probably name
Crazy
that
because Kobe was a hero to everybody, man.
they'll
We
probably
all
name
watched
that
Kobe
trophy
grow
after
up,
him.
man. From he was like,
Mhm.
they should change the logo to his silhouette. But you know, if you think about it, Kobe joined the NBA right out of high school. We all watched him grow up. Our hope, all of us, even the
Mhm.
people in the NBA, the young guys in the NBA, we all watched Kobe grow up. So, like when he died, it felt like someone we knew died. You know what I mean? We're like, damn, we watched this dude grow up his whole life playing ball. That's just who he was, a Laker. He was like a superhero. And he rapped a little bit, you know what I mean?
Right.
But he
Isn't it
was like, he
weird?
did
Yeah.
incredible things.
Mhm. Isn't
What's
it
weird?
weird like this whole concept of like people hate greatness? Do you notice that? Like
Yeah. I mean, I
they don't
already know
want
why
them
they
to
hate
succeed.
greatness. I know why
Like
people hate
like
greatness.
LeBron's getting like a lot of
You know
hate,
what I don't like is,
stuff like that, like he's good,
dude,
which is
he's getting
what
hated on hard
like
right
he's good.
now.
Like I don't understand what like what's the deal? Like he's just good. Like
LeBron is, yo, what else
so
do you want from him? He's not Jordan, dude. Yo, but you know what I give to LeBron though? Is 95% of the time, he rises above all that shit. Because he don't feel, if you study LeBron, if you watch him, if you watch the way he moves and what he don't respond to none of that shit that he's talking about. If you look through the comments of all the stuff, the videos and the memes about him, there's so much hate on LeBron, yo. People do not like this dude because they compare him to Jordan or Kobe, but he's not them though. He's got a different game. He's got a totally different game. And they're talking about he's the biggest player, strongest player in the softest era of the league. So what the fuck? That's apples and oranges. To me, that's not even an argument. You know what I mean? You can't put Mike Tyson in Muhammad Ali's era, and vice versa. So what the fuck? It's all hypothetical. Why can't you just appreciate somebody for right now, for what they're doing right now, for how the time
yeah,
in
like
the times right now?
once in a lifetime athlete, personality person, and you're just gonna be like, fuck this guy, blah blah blah. You know,
Yeah,
so
like how is that? Like you that much of a critic? You that into it? You're that into it? You're that much of a fan that you can judge everybody? You can judge everybody with that much passion and emotion? To me, it doesn't make sense because I hear people argue over sports, and I'm like, damn, y'all really feel that way about these people? They're just athletes, yo, and they're actually great at what they do. You wouldn't say that shit if you seen them in his face, but you acting really like passionate about it right now. So I don't know, man. When I talk about that, like I look at people as their people, bro. Like LeBron is like he's amazing, dude. And I'm not gonna say, oh, he's fucking man, he's a crybaby and he's fucking the biggest, strongest dude in the softest era. It doesn't matter though, because who else is doing what he's doing right now? Nobody.
yeah, who's
So you can
making
say what you
you
want. You can say AD
watch?
is a bigger player.
Yeah, who's making you watch the game? It's LeBron. He's making us
Yeah,
watch it because it's like I
yeah,
want to see what the hell happens, win or lose. You know.
yeah.
So
He's playing He's playing. I mean, these last couple of games, he looked fatigued. AD and other players are helping him, but you know what? He's a good player. He's a good teammate. Basketball is a team. Like what do people want to see from this dude, man? For them to be like, yo, LeBron. Like people hate. People are so much of a are such fans that they hate like that. Like the archetype of. They might not hate him personally because they don't know him, obviously, but they hate the archetype of the person, like that, the what they stand for and how they move, whatever, man. People are way too into it. I don't get
yeah,
that into it. I'm like, yo, I appreciate the athlete and whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't
yeah.
even try to
It's like
get that deep
any
into it
athlete that
because
has like
I'm
a
not emotionally attached.
personality. Any
Yeah.
any athlete that sticks out of the norm. that wants to like they want
Yeah.
to express themselves, and of course you get criticized and shit, you know.
You
Just
know how
like
much
fighters,
yo,
just
it's
like
ridiculous.
everybody, you know. But
And it's like I see him though, but like I see him, he doesn't respond to the none of, he doesn't even address it. It's not even he's right. He's risen above it, which is why he's one of the greats because he doesn't let none of that talk get him down. He still continues to do what he does. And I feel you could take lessons from that, man. Because no matter what you're gonna do in life, you're gonna get hate, you're gonna get doubt, you're gonna get judgment, you're gonna get criticism. Everyone is. Because it's like the people who are not doing it, they're gonna judge you. It's just natural, man. And when you can learn how to navigate through that, like you can, I feel like you're on your way to doing. You could be on your way to do anything because who's gonna stop you? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna stop you? But you, but your own thoughts and your own insecurities. No one's stopping you from doing shit. So unless you listen to these people and they talk about whatever it is that's about you, that and you listen to it and you take that as truth and you're like, oh man, maybe I am whack or maybe I am, you know, maybe I do suck. But if you hear all that shit and you don't absorb it and you don't take it in and you're just like, whatever, you brush it off, you don't even feed into it or respond to it, man, you have so much more energy for actually fucking doing things, than criticizing others or judging others or whatever the case may be. I put out a quote today is from Bob Marley, you know, one of his songs, one of his lyrics was one of my favorites because he said, don't complicate your mind. Flee from hate, mischief, and jealousy. Don't bury your thoughts. Put your vision to reality. Yeah. And I think that's I take that lyric and I'm like, that shit is like truth because he's saying, don't fill your thoughts with hate, mischief, and jealousy. Like, don't even fucking think about that shit. You have a vision, don't bury that shit. Put it to reality. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Only the free people can create, man. Only the ones who are like, have enough energy to like produce and imagine can do it, but you have to break free from all that shit. That's the realist, man. And that's not even like theoretical, like that's literal. You gotta rise above you gotta rise above it because everyone is gonna get it no matter what you do. You could do anything and you're still gonna get it. So you might as well rise above it. So that's where my mindset is at right now. I have a lot of ideas and I don't even want to talk about it. The state where I'm at in my life, I don't even like talking about the things that I'm going to do. I just want to fucking do it. I just want to put it out there. You
just
know what I'm
do it.
saying?
Nike, just do it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My ideas and my fruition. You'll see me grow. We keep doing this podcast. You'll see the growth. Trust me. You'll see you from episode 1 to episode 500. You'll see where I'm at. Mark my words. You'll see where we're at. Mark my words. We keep doing this. You'll only see the growth. You'll only see the progression.
Yeah.
That's on God for real. I've seen listen. People don't know. I started watching Joe Rogan when he was when he was doing it from his house on webcams with Brian Redband, the original host, way before Jamie. And this was 10 years ago, 10+ years ago. To where he's at now, getting $100 million Spotify check. I would have never imagined that 10 years ago. Nobody did. And he just kept doing it for the love, man. He just kept doing it. It was just him and his comedian friend, Brian Redband. And after a while, he had to get replaced by Jamie because Brian Redband was just a comedian. He didn't have all these technological skills he didn't have those skills. So he had to fall back and Jamie took over. But, he's still a good friend. And he's still a guest on the podcast sometimes. But us, it's like you're only gonna see the growth. We're learning how to do this shit, yo. We're learning how to do this shit, and we're putting it out there. It's not the best quality, but like listen, it's grow with us. Like we'll get as we do this, we'll get better at the editing, we'll get better at the content, we'll get better equipment. Like it's only gonna go, it's only gonna get better. So, stick with us, man. Grow with us and watch, and do something yourself, man. Start something for yourself. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Plant
Yep,
seeds and
yep.
watch them grow.
Stick with us, we'll stick with you,
Yeah, man. We'll
Shit.
plug each other. We'll support each other. We'll build a community. You know what I'm saying? We'll fucking build a whole nother party. You know what I'm saying? A real independent
Yeah,
party.
right. But
But what else, man? What else we got going? We had some crazy fights going on tonight on UFC on
yeah,
ESPN
yeah,
Plus.
yeah.
Shout out UFC for all of the great entertainment that you guys have been
Always.
providing lately.
If people
All
haven't
throughout the
seen this,
quarantine.
I'm gonna show the knockout. It's classic, dude.
I seen that clip. That shit was crazy. Oh, this was a bad knockout too, because his head hits bounces off the
Yeah.
canvas.
Oh man.
Ooh,
So it's
oh,
crazy. So they're saying that this is might be the knockout of the like the year, maybe the year, the decade, or all time. I was like, it's up there. It's up there as one of the great knockouts
I
for
seen
sure.
someone say this one, and then Jorge Masvidal's knee, and then someone's like backhand or so spinning it back elbow. I feel like, and then Edson Barboza's wheel kick.
Right.
Top five dead or alive.
For sure, for sure. What about Anderson
But that was a
Silva's
crazy knockout. But the thing is, or
kick,
the front kick to
Vitor?
Vitor,
That
that
shit's
was pretty
crazy.
cool. That was pretty
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
What they say?
But yeah, man, fuck. What was I saying?
I don't know, some shit about some other knockout. But yeah, it was some good fights, man. Dude, literally
No,
UFC
yeah,
every Saturday, every single Saturday there's UFC. Like it's
I
crazy.
love it. I love it. I
It's
love
the
it.
it's the
Yo,
entertainment,
and you
the
know who else
joy,
fights this month, yo?
the man,
Yo,
the myth, the
Habib
legend.
and Justin Gaethje, bro. That's on the 24th, bro. Like that shit is gonna
That
be. Hopefully, they fucking both make it to the fight. I don't want nobody to fucking fall out, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna be crazy. Who else is coming up? Do you know? Off top,
Next week
there's some big fights coming up.
is Brian Ortega versus Korean Zombie. The
Oh, that's
beef,
gonna be another good
the
one.
beef of beefs.
That's the beef. The fucking who's that dude that he slapped on one Korean rapper? Fuck.
So so people don't know, Korean Zombie's he's probably the most like prolific Korean UFC fighter, and he's kind of like really good friends with this guy named Jay Park. And if you guys know like
Oh
K-pop and
yeah,
shit, yeah, he's like in some K-pop or rapper or whatever. But Brian Ortega, who is like a you know long hair, pretty boy, from from Cali, goes up to him and this bitch slaps him, Jay Park, and then all shit just ensues.
yeah,
So because this fight's like been a year in the making, and people like to talk shit, build up the fight. So we're excited to see it, and I would go for my Korean homie. not
yeah.
to, not to be
I
biased
want to see
whatsoever.
Korean Zombie win that.
I think he has potential to be the
I
champ.
want to
So
see.
so
Yeah,
I want to see Korean
yeah. I want to
Zombie
see Korean Zombie
versus
too.
Max Holloway, dude, in Hawaii. Bring them
Oh,
all
that'd be
out.
fucking
Bring
sick.
them all out.
Yeah, there's mad Koreans in Hawaii too. Yeah, I don't know if you know. There's a lot of people, a lot of Koreans in Hawaii. Um, but yeah, that would be a crazy ass fucking fight, man. Shit. Yeah, that's some good fights. Shout out to the UFC for keeping us entertained all throughout the pandemic. The first sport to stay on.
Cool.
But yeah, man.
Got any
Um,
final thoughts? I just want to let everybody know that I'm still sober. It's actually not that hard
oh,
when you keep yourself occupied, for real.
yeah, exactly. You gotta stay occupied. You gotta stay busy. Cause once you get bored, you're gonna be like, I need a drink or I need to smoke or something. No, I haven't drank yet. I don't plan to. But I smoke still, just a little bit.
It's all
Not too
good.
much.
It's medicine.
A little bit every day. But what else, man? Nah, man, I'm just grinding right now. Like I said, I got some things I'm excited to share with the people. Um, here's let me go off that for a little bit. Is Focus on whatever you're gonna do. Focus on your craft. Focus on your product. Don't worry about the support, the cut that's gonna come. You know, it's gonna come with it. You focus on the craft. You focus on the goal. You focus on the product, on the quality of it, and all that shit's gonna come. Great, may greatness find its way. Right? That's what they say. Greatness will find its way. Just work on trying to make it great as you can, and it'll find its way somewhere in the universe. Put it out there, it'll find its way. And that's all I'm trying to do is trying to make something that's quality to the best of my ability at this time, and then you put it out. I heard someone say, I think it was Kanye or something. Somebody said, like, when they make music, it's never ready. It's never the way they want it to be when they
Mm,
put it out, but they have a
I feel that.
deadline, and so they put it out. You know, some of the music that they put out, yeah, some of the music that they put out, they st- that they already put out, they still go back and tweak it sometimes, because as an artist, you're your own worst critic. You can be, and I feel like that sometimes too because like I don't like all the shit that I make. Well, a lot of the shit that I make, I'm like, I'm not feeling that shit at all. But I want to keep working at it until I do like it, until it is up to my taste level, and then I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm working hard every day. I'm trying to learn these things, these skills. I got some ideas. I got some vision that I hope it adds value to people. And that's all. That's all I'm trying to do right now, man. Is stay productive, stay busy, make good things, be a good person. All that cliche shit. Be a
Mhm.
good dad. Be here for
Yep,
people. And I'm here, man. Right here where I'm at. You know where
for
I'm at. You know where to
sure.
find me. You got my
Hmm.
number. You know where I'm at. So
Yeah,
watch me on
yeah,
this podcast because I can't talk to everybody at once. You know what I'm saying? This is my way of doing it. Watch this podcast. You want to know what I'm up to. You want to know what Steven is up to. Watch us on here. This is for you guys. So
for sure.
yeah,
I think we're gonna end it here. Um,
you hear me? Okay,
yeah,
yeah, I was
yeah, yeah.
cutting out.
It's all good. But I think we're gonna end it here.
Yes,
I
sir.
think we had a great
It's all
talk.
good. Yeah, yeah, right, bro. Yeah, these talks are therapy, so I enjoy them. I don't mind sharing what the fuck is on my mind with anybody. So peace and love to everybody out there. Like I said before, stay strong, stay focused, stay grounded, and maintain, man. Till next week, folks. Stephen Mack, To Reserve Podcast, signing off.